something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe's Inbox, only on Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Oh, yeah. Been getting a lot of comments this week. Now, before we get into the drama, I say drama with quotations around it. I'm talking about morning radio in 2024. Like, I still listen to morning radio, and I'm in radio, but I don't care. Because I am syndicated in 8 markets, so some people might not know about Tampa morning radio, so I try to keep it, worldwide. But I am located in Tampa. Enough of this music. And a lot of people in Tampa know who I am, so I got to still address it. It says right here, and this is coming from, let me get this right here. It's coming from Wyatt So Juicy 556, which is like the coolest username ever. I tweeted out a video of me talking about Carmen and Gareth, 2 people from a local radio station in Tampa. And I tweeted about how they, I guess, hate me because a morning show in Tampa wants me to come back. But I have to say sorry first, even though I have nothing to be sorry about. And this guy tweets, Dizzy, AKA Gareth, that's his real name. For some reason, he goes by the name Dizzy, which I think is so stupid. Not the name Dizzy, but I've always thought about the idea that, like, you want to name yourself something that's memorable. Rover's Morning Glory, Free Beer and Hot Wings, Mancow's Morning Madhouse, Bubba the Love Sponge, Cowhead. You want to name something that is memorable. Call Her Daddy. You want to name yourself something that when you Google it, people will immediately find it. Hoppe Hour. But when you name yourself Dizzy, that's a symptom of being drunk. So you're just kind of keeping yourself local. Just being honest. And the guy says, Dizzy, AKA, I call him Gareth, hates you because he's scared of you. Buddy couldn't even run the board today for the morning show in Tampa. Hoppe needs to come back to that show. Well, and I mean this in all sincerity, and I know this is really going to piss off Gareth, but the dude's like 5'4", and now I know that there was a boxing match we did 6 years ago. I can't believe it was 6 years ago. And he beat me in the match, even though it was allegedly kind of rigged. But they wanted the short guy to beat the, 6'9" guy. It was called Baby versus Goliath. Get it? Like Goliath, Goliath. Like Ryan Hoppe is duh. And he won and whatever. And one of the punches Dizzy had on me, a.k.a. Gareth, my head mask, the mask that you wear during boxing matches, was very tight on me. And a fly going by my head would have made it come off because it was very tight because I have a huge head. And unfortunately, when he punched me in the face, it flew off. So then he threw it into the crowd. And I remember during the boxing match, I was like, oh, I so lost that match. So I'm sure if Gareth is listening to this, he'll go on air and be like, but I beat Hoppe in a boxing match 6 years ago. But dude, here's the problem. He's very short. And I'm not trying to judge people by height because it's not that interesting that I'm 6'9", because I'm kind of a waste of height because I can't play basketball or anything, and I'm not very coordinated because I have nonverbal learning disability, so I can't read faces, and I'm being honest. Everybody's like, oh, Hoppe's autistic. No, I'm not autistic. I have a learning disability where I can't read emotions. It's not really the spectrum, but I'm not coordinated, so when Dizzy won the fight, everybody's like, ooh, cool. But here's the thing. Dizzy is 5'4", and the chair that is at the local radio station in Tampa is very big, and I guess he's been messing up the board recently. And no offense, but I had long arms, and there would be this button you would press, and then you would have to press this computer, and I can imagine being that short, it's probably hard to run things, because I'll get messages, oh, we miss when you used to produce the show, it sounded so crisp in that. And it's like, dude, why are you running your mouth about me? The dude gave out my number over Twitter like 6 months ago, and I got 3 text messages. People were like, Gareth is... I'm not going to call a grown-ass man Dizzy. They're like, Gareth is better than you. I'm like, cool. That's your opinion. That's riveting. You're just giving me content, and you're keeping me relevant. And the only reason I'm talking about Gareth is because this is giving me attention as I got 5,000 views on Twitter. So Gareth, if you're listening to this, buddy, because I know you are, because you're just known in Tampa. And honestly, your name is so stupid. You got to reinvent yourself. You notice how Cowhead went from Cowhead to Mike Calta and he had the whole roast and he got rid of the stupid name? Grow up. You're almost 40 years old. You're about 50% through your life and you still call yourself Dizzy? Listen, I have a lot of ways that I can grow in radio, but I'll give you some advice. Drop that name. It's very stupid.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.